Hi everyone, and greetings from Branson, Missouri, where today we're at Wild World, which is an aquarium slash zoo slash apparently mini golf course. Now, we have been here once before. It was a number of years ago, but excited to go in and check out what the animal collection looks like now. I go by the legend, joke with my wonderful girlfriend Molly. We also got this pretty cheap on Groupon, so it's pretty good value here in Branson. Let's go see what it's like. As soon as you come in, you're greeted by some beautiful green-winged macaws. There's a green anaconda in here as we go and enter below the wolf. Now, we bought this on Groupon for about $16 a person. Pretty cool looking pufferfish.
Get your ass over here.
Not a species of bird I'm terribly familiar with. These are swamp hens. Got really big feet. Actually, an interesting enclosure because the swamp hens are paired up with an aquarium. I believe that's a clown knifefish looking at us. There is also an arowana in here, which can be very, very vicious.
That's what it is.
All right, in this enclosure, we've got no lobster, no lobster, no lobster, no lobster, lobster!
He's a big lobster.
Lots of rays in this enclosure. Like this guy floating up saying hello. And right by the stingrays is Captain Jack Sparrow. Not easy to see, but they do have a rescue sea turtle in the corner. Here is the shark enclosure, and a lot of the animals at the zoo you can feed for a couple of bucks. Oh my. They do always say that nurse sharks are nice sharks, but that's a violent noise they make.
That is.
A very tranquil enclosure here. It looks like koi fish and a couple different species of turtle. Some smaller fish as well.
The long neck just swam underneath the rock.
Well, that's fine. We'll stare at this guy because he's staring at us.
Hi, buddy.
And there you can see that long neck turtle and how it indeed gets its name. They're fascinating animals to watch. That is a rhinoceros iguana. You can see how it gets its name. Great pose here on the Morlet's crocodile. We'll say it doesn't seem like the pond is quite big enough for him though. That is a very big American alligator.
He is giant.
Now for your, something I learned about alligators, they kind of grow 1 foot per year. So this is definitely a full-grown alligator. It looks to be about probably 9 to 10 feet long, I would guess. So probably 9 to 10 years old. There is also a smaller alligator in the water. This one probably about 6 feet long. I will say that's the first time I think I've seen this, a mix between a Cuban and a Nile crocodile.
Didn't know that existed.
I would assume, are they like dogs where they could just, different breeds can mate together?
Maybe. Oh, he's moving.
Not much.
Nah, he moved a second.
So cool. Look at that face. They're dinosaur-like eyes as well. All curled up right there is a reticulated python. The Sudan pleated lizard seems to be enjoying its heat lamp. There's an adorable little coatimundi. I love these guys. They're so cool. There's another one over there. Another view of the coatimundi. You can see its face a little bit better there. The cuteness of it. The green tree python almost looks fake. People I did not think that would be friends. You've got a kangaroo, and I want to say that's probably an African spur-thighed tortoise. It's raining a little bit out here, but it will keep the animals cool. It's been very hot while we've been in Branson. Well, this might be my favorite enclosure. All the way in the back are two Patagonian cabbies. There's a different animal attraction here in Branson called the Promised Land Zoo, and you get to feed these little guys, and they were very gentle. This beautiful species of small wild cat is a serval. The hyenas are on high alert. I think there's a trainer nearby.
Which other one?
Adorable little guy is an Arctic fox.
What's that?
It is dinner time for the Arctic fox.
Always got
Oh!
Side. Which is okay, like, I mean, it happens.
That's
I
a
don't
jackal.
take it personally.
The biggest enclosure outside is for, of course, the big cats. Beautiful tiger. Don't normally see tigers eating shrubs. It might be licking the water off of it. And a lioness has appeared right next to the tiger.
We're supposed to be 3 females and 1 male.
Never got this before. Usually they're elite.
At the edge of the enclosure is a male lion as well. The wolves have a good amount of room on the hill, but it is raining, so it's hanging out over there. It's kind of fun. There's just some adorable ducks and chickens. They get to just kind of roam free. And probably torture the tiger, I imagine. Well, I'm just gonna follow these ducks. We're all walking in a nice little line. That is a mountain lion. A beautiful, beautiful mountain lion. It has been raining, so unfortunately the African crested porcupine is hiding in its house with its mate, a tortoise. You can see the quills from the porcupine and the face and front arm of the tortoise living together in peaceful harmony in this house. There is another serval. Here's a better look at the chickens. That animal there is a small spotted gannet. I think they are adorable. Very kind of weasel looking, a little ferrety looking, a little adorable looking. Look at that face. They are really, really neat. Not a snake species I'm very familiar with. That is a Demeral's boa. The marmoset's having a meal. Cool pose on the white-sided rat snake. Currently in the dingo area. And on my last visit here 4 years ago, this was my favorite part because for $5 you can go in there with the dingoes and they might play with you, they might not. They do have different break times throughout the day. The trainer was very nice. He came over and was letting everyone know, like, hey, don't worry about it, don't go in right now, because they're just not going to play with you. The last group, they just hang out and slept the whole time. So I think it's very nice of the staff here being open and honest with the guest instead of just trying to make money. But they do look like good boys and very cute good boys. But right now, very sleepy good boys. You can definitely tell how the rhino rat snake gets its name. Sleeping up there is a sloth. I like the sloth as like a playground hanging from the ceiling of its enclosure. The attraction does have a lot of snakes, so if you are a fan of snakes, they have lots of snakes of various species. Like this is a jungle carpet python. Oh, that's really neat. An albino red-eared slider. There are a pair of them in here. And I'm not sure I've seen those guys before. It took me a minute to find the caiman lizard, but man, this guy's got a good hiding spot.
Awesome. You can barely see him.
Yeah. That is an Gila monster. The tamanduas definitely blend in with this rock sculpture. So you can see two of them there. They're also paired up with an adorable species of quail. Look at all the little quails. This is a treat. They have a bunch of Canadian lynx, which is a beautiful, beautiful animal. Look at the face. There's 3 of them, and they are all pretty active. A lot of times when I've seen Canadian lynx at the zoos, a lot of times zoos will only have one and they'll be sleeping. So to see them up and moving around, this is quite the treat. So this enclosure is designed really well, so the lynx can run up at the top of the rocks. That's pretty cool. These guys are a smaller species of piranha. Hey, another snake in an interesting pose. This snake has a more unique body shape than most.
I wonder if he just ate.
I don't know. She is, for lack of a better term, thicker than the normal snake. A couple of bearded lizards. You do get a good look at this one who is sleeping on top of the rock. Sleeping very peacefully, it looks like. That's a reticulated python. These guys can grow up to 30 feet long. Kind of hard to tell how big this guy is because he is all coiled up. This fella is a caiman, which is a smaller species of crocodile. In the same enclosure as the caiman, you've got a really, really cool turtle. Here's a touch tank for a smaller species of ray. And then, a pretty bird. This is the enclosure for the Asian small-clawed otters, my favorite species of otters, but unfortunately they are not out today for a very good reason. Yesterday they had a litter born of baby otters. Very cool, that is a crested gecko. There's a couple of pretty macaws on perches, and below is a red-footed tortoise, but they are currently mating, so I'm not going to put them on camera. The Gara rufa is a very, very interesting species of fish. They're known as doctor fish because you put your finger in and they will bite like dead skin cells off of your finger. I want to thank Molly for going through with this because, well, she probably hates this.
Yeah, yep, not a fan. Not a fan.
I think this guy wants out. Green iguana looking pretty cool. On top of the triceratops skull is a wobble-gong shark. There are alligator, gar, and sturgeon in what appears to be one of the larger fish enclosures, among other fish as well. The green moray eel is posing perfectly for us. The very pretty fish there is an African tiger fish. And then you've got a lungfish. And then you've got an animatronic dinosaur. This attraction does have a very good collection of alligators and crocodiles. This right here is a speckled caiman crocodile. And in the corner, just like most of the times when you see these guys, that is an alligator snapping turtle. The always mesmerizing upside down jellyfish. There's an albino Burmese python all coiled up. And one patiently waiting for this door to open.
He's gonna make a break for it.
I think that's his plan. Last animal enclosure is the lemur playground, which for $15 You could go in with the lemurs. Those birds really want to be on camera, making all the noise. I did this before on my last visit. It was amazing. The animals do take breaks. We were talking to one of the staff members. Any animal that interacts with guests, there's a law that they require to take so many breaks, which is good for the animals. But for $15, if you've never done it before, going in a lemur pen's pretty neat. Included with your ticket is the 3D blacklight mini golf course. So you're gonna play some blacklight mini golf. Looks like there are some animal enclosures in here as well. So even if you don't want to play mini golf, with turtles and sharks, worth coming in to see some of the cool species of fish. And that'll do it for the Wild World attraction. I think I definitely got my $16 worth. Also, I think your wristbands are good for 2 days. So we're heading out of Branson, but if we weren't, I would definitely try and come back tomorrow to see those baby otters were out.
Yeah.
But I had a good time. Would have loved to go in the dingo pen. We weren't there at the right time. I do think it's one of the cheaper places you can do animal interactions like that. And Molly, did you have a favorite animal we saw today?
Oh, maybe the Arctic fox.
The Arctic fox was pretty cool. I really liked the gannets, and I also really liked the ducks. I had a good time walking around with those ducks.
This is a good place for like reptiles and snakes.
Yes, if you like reptiles and snakes, you're definitely gonna have a good time.
Really good collection.
Yeah, alligators and crocodiles. All right, thanks for watching.